Hi everyone, my name's Emily and today we're going to be learning about errorless teaching. So we'll start with the definition. Errorless teaching is a strategy in which a child is prompted to make correct responses immediately, ensuring a correct response each time. Responses are prompted so the learner is correct and has frequent opportunities to contact the reinforcement. Eventually, prompts are slowly faded in order to promote accuracy with the least amount of errors and frustrations. Prompts are extra cues or hints to help the learner know what to do in a particular time or situation. When introducing a skill, it is important to utilize most intrusive to least intrusive prompting. Some common prompting strategies include verbal, which is a vocal cue that could be a phrase or syllable. Gestural, which is a nonverbal cue such as pointing. Visual, which is a picture or text cue. Modeling, which is a correct response demonstrated by an instructor. And physical, where a learner is cued by moving part of their body. This plan reduces the risk of a child becoming prompt dependent. Next, we're going to be talking about the purpose of implementing the errorless teaching method. So first, it allows an individual more opportunities to access the reinforcer or the reward. It also ensures the student's success in early stages of skill acquisition. Errorless teaching is used when first gaining instructional control, otherwise known as compliance. You can use it when introducing new skills with a child. At times, skills are returned back to this phase of teaching if the child requires additional training or is not making adequate progress. Some advantages to errorless teaching would be it reduces a student's frustration, it creates a positive learning experience, it increases motivation, it prevents learning incorrect responses, and it reduces challenging behaviors. So how do you use errorless teaching? First, you would present the task. Second, you would full prompt immediately. Third, you would reinforce. So for example, a child is asked to identify the appropriate item either by matching, selecting, or naming it. If a learner hesitates in responding, the therapist prompts him or her as many times as needed for the learner to respond what is being required. The therapist monitors how often the learner needs prompting and how often he or she responds unaided in order to determine when to decrease the prompting. If a learner makes an error during the progress of learning something new, the therapist does not make negative comments nor provide reinforcement or a reward. In these cases, the therapist withholds the reinforcement and presents the instructions again, providing an immediate full prompt of the correct answer, or presents a new instruction. As the learner performs the targeted skill independently, the therapist reduces the prompting. So here's a few more examples of errorless teaching method from the most intrusive to the least intrusive. You will notice that after every example, the prompt is slowly faded. So we'll start with example 1. Therapist gives instructions, clap hands. Therapist immediately prompts child by manipulating the child's hands to make a clapping motion. Therapist praises the child, nice job clapping your hands, then gives the child a reinforcer. The next example would be a light physical prompt. Therapist gives instructions, clap hands. Therapist immediately prompts the child by providing a light physical prompt at the child's elbows to make a clapping motion. Therapist praises the child, nice job clapping your hands, and gives a reinforcer. The last example would be a gesture prompt. Therapist gives instructions, clap hands. Therapist immediately prompts child by raising hands slightly to gesture clapping but not touching the child. Child begins clapping hands. Therapist praises the child, nice job clapping your hands, and gives them a reinforcer. And that concludes errorless teaching. Thanks for watching.